multiplication. Are y'all hearing me? I'm giving up addition for multiplication. My attitude, here's my attitude, and this has always been me, and I think this is what gets me in trouble. It gets me in trouble. What can I do for others? I am learning every day. I can be a friend to people, but can they be a friend to me? I can be loyal to people, but are they loyal to me? And I can bend over backwards for you, but would you do the same to me? Amen. And a lot of people's expectations of you, they feel they don't have to follow by the same principle. I'm learning to where I once loved in a totality. There have been barriers that have now came up because of different things that have happened and because of different situations have happened. And my attitude still remains the same, even if we don't have the best of relationships. I'm so far moved, far few and in between with people now. But my attitude is still the same. What is it that I can do for you? I've learned. I pay for food for people that I know don't like me. Amen. I sow seeds into people's life who I know talk about me. I yet give a kind word to check on them, even when I know that they thrown me to the wolves. Are you hearing me? Because I understand that it's not what they can do for you, but it's only what you can do for them. And I'm learning in this season that, hey, people have their own expectations, their own values. If a person would give more respect to someone else than they would give to the person who they feel, man, I'm telling you, you need to move them far few and in between. I have gotten to a place to whereas I had to see it for myself, and I had to learn that I'm only trying to do some adding, but I need to multiply my spirit. See, real people, watch this here, real people in your life are going to be people who going to rock with you that don't have to be seen in the public. There are people who don't have to have their name called, or people who got to walk immediately next to you. Hear me, if you don't have a title, could you still serve with the tile? Did y'all hear what I just said? And so many people today, they gotta have it. It's got to be this way. I don't value people who only want something from me, but never pay the sacrificial seeds for what it is to walk. And hear me, and I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about in your time, your blood, your sweat, your tears. You got to give up your addition for multiplication. And let me tell you, what ends up happening is there are people that will start subtracting and dividing and tearing up your camp, and you don't even realize what's in your camp because you've allowed your friendship to overcloud your judgment when it comes to the betterment of where it is that you're trying to go. And God began to talk to me about that this morning. He said, you did that. You said this. You said that. And they did this and they did that. But he said, you can't fault other people. You have to fault yourself. If you want to multiply in this season, before you even, you call yourself adding, but what you did was divide and subtract. Did you hear me? So now what you got to do is, hear me, I'm going to let you know how to multiply. And this is what God said to me. He says, when you are saying, Peters, what can I do for you? That's your addition. He said, but when you really want to go into the different sphere of your leadership and where I'm getting ready to take you, he says, what can I do with others? That's multiplication. So I'm learning in this season, watch this here, I'm learning now in this place in my life, what can I do with you, not what can I do for you. So what can I do with you? And hear me, and if you don't understand the difference between what can I do for you or what I can do with you, you will never get to the place of multiplication. You got to start saying to yourself, what can I do with others? And I have to see if you're the person that should walk with me in this season, flow with me in this season, be connected to me in this season, and understand that why. And hear me very carefully. That's no intent to offend anybody, because I don't want nobody to think I'm throwing slugs directly at them. Because you have to also understand, when you're not seeing eye to eye with a person, they'll automatically take it offensive that you're talking to them. So you got to be mindful of certain things. So I'm saying to you to hear me. My attitude was, what can I do for you? Because I always know it's going to cost me something if I'm doing it for you. But hear me, if I'm doing it with you, amen, that's where I know that we're going to grow. And I thank God today in our communion with him, amen, to say to myself, hey, let's do it this way. Let's do it that way. And we got to do it together, not separate. And just because you have your own individual thing, you got to still know how to come together and work together for the greater good and kingdom of what he's going to be doing. I'm very interested to see this. I'm very interested as I get ready to go to D.C. tomorrow to see how God is getting ready to move and shift, because I feel a shaking for what's getting ready to happen, and I feel a move for what's getting ready to happen. So I am doing a phenomenal. I'm very gracious, and I'm glad. I thank all of you for joining me on this morning. I appreciate you. Let me drop this one last seed into your spirit. Be very mindful in this season of where you allow your feet to tread upon, and what you allow your ears to hear, and what your mouth to speak. Be very careful, because I'm telling you, it's a setup and a snake somewhere in the camp. God bless you. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will not be on at my regular time. I will be in the air. I'm going to come on later. The moment I land in D.C., the nation's capital, amen, I'm going to go live, and I'm going to talk right there. Have an amazing day, everybody. Go with God, and knowing God as I do, he will surely go with you. God bless you.